All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Season 5 of the Dark Helmet Racing League GTD Sunday Night Fun. We're at Mugello tonight. Lots of fun battles here and there. We were trying a new Auto Steward settings for different class structures. Seemed to work well. Just near the end of the race, everyone started getting 1Xs, drive-through warnings. But overall, I think it was a good night. Let's get into the sprint here and just look at what happened. See if we need to do anything, penalties or anything else. That's your stereotypical stack up between those two. Action. Action. And this is why we took out 2Xs from this Auto Steward penalties. That's penalty enough for yourself. Don't need to limit those to also then getting drive-throughs from those. But we review them just in case they are connected to an actual incident. And then we also check for rejoins. A nice and safe rejoin there. Very safe rejoin. Good job. Action. In this case, just be careful. Make sure the track is fully clear before you come on like this 90-degree angle. But the track's clear, so I'm not going to do anything here. I'm not exactly sure how that escalated to a 2X. Yeah, not sure at all. Look at that from Greg's point of view. So this is battle ahead happening, and Greg here carries the right amount of speed while Brian's a little wide, but just Brian's off pace. Nothing here other than a racing incident, unfortunately. Greg got the short end of the stick. Make sure the rejoin's good, which it should be. There we go. A racing incident for those two. And that's our sprint. Now we got warm up and now into the race. So in the race we had black flag straight away. What happened here? Jump starts. Yeah, 1 second in, so those are jump starts. We have Morgan. That was not fun. No action. They cleared the black flags for the drive-through. Action. Must be something on his setup that causes more car collision than actually happened in that corner. Just go back to that last one. This is the actual incident that iRacing's reporting. That, calling that a 2X. Let's just see what this other one was. Similar incident for Greg again. Rolling speed and catching the car in front, which is almost guaranteed iRacing win when you do that. What happened here? What iRacing has done is it's looped this 1X off with the car contact. So the new update they did to iRacing has slightly broken incident points by looks, but grouping things together it shouldn't. I think this is Gray braking really heavily to let Rick by, and Rick not knowing that. Because I believe Gray was a lap down already. No. How did 17th get? Alright, so they passed at the beginning of the lap. So this was for position. Just turn this on. Interested here to see if he got a slow down. No. Why did Gray brake so heavily? Looks like it was a brake check, but I think Gray might have just misjudged what corner he was on. He's doing good there. But that's a huge slowdown. Like, let's look at the Rick here to the car in front. Go on board, see what gear he's in. Maybe he just misses the braking point. Yep. So he did, because this white line here is what I was using for a brake reference. And he was upshifting and on power again, so this is just on Rick misjudging. Driver 74. Avoidable contact 0.5. Looks like my report got all broken. Look at that in a minute. Okay. I'll put this one as noted because he was involved. On to the next one. Sure there's no contact to start this. Alright, this is a bit of racing incident here. Right on Logan. And just doesn't get the car slowed down quite enough and just taps the McLaren at the wrong time. Let's see if there's any redress though. If Brian gives the position back, then we call it fair, but he didn't. Okay. One second. iRacing has decided to start recording this for some reason. Disk. There we go. Notice driver of the 41. Vital contact. Noted for him. So the one thing I didn't check with Logan was the rejoin. It was good. Good decision on which way to turn there. No action. Okay. So we have two things for this incident. We have Gab going down the inside of Emmett here. There is overlap, and we said last season that overlap, basically any overlap, gives you the right to the corner. As long as you do it like in a timely manner like this. He's got overlap well before the corner. Emmett starts arcing in, and this is a late apex. But is it Emmett coming down on Gab, or is it Gab moving on Emmett? And Gab's pretty consistent with the inside line. But what we see here, so we have a moment, they have a little get together, and this is sportsmanship. So we have Gab allowing Emmett to regain control, get back in front of him, and off they go again. So we don't give any penalty in this case. What we're going to do is we're just going to put a little notice in here for not a penalty, but just for tracking this. So this would be, who do I want to give this to though? Let's put it on Gab because that's just tracking. 29. He does driver on the inside. Driver making the pass has the obligation to make it cleanly. So yes, we'll give it to Gab. But we're just going to say it's given back. Just for our tracking. Just in case anybody says anything later about why this penalty wasn't the same as the other ones. Just going to do that. We're going to note Emmett's. Lots of warnings for Auto Steward. Track was really hard on 1X's, so we do understand it. Almost got it. It was a good job here of seeing how the cars were coming and making a decision on how to rejoin. Gosh. Porsche doing Porsche things on him. Alex. At this point, I bet you his rear tires are just screaming. And that's it. Apart from at the end of the race here. Now, our stance on post-race crashing, this isn't a problem for this one, but our stance on post-race crashes are don't do them. We don't want to see people intentionally trying to wreck at the finish and hitting other people while other people are slowing down. We've had it at previous seasons, and we just don't want to see it consistently. If you're going to do something silly, do it by yourself. Make sure that it's by yourself. Don't take anybody else with you. Don't bounce into an area of the track where other people are slowing down. Remember, the incident points are still live until the last car crosses the finish line. So if somebody is very close to getting a drive-through and you crash into them, you're going to give them a penalty post-race that's going to try to be applied. So let's try not to do those just so we don't impact other people's races. If you want to do it by yourself, make sure it's by yourself. But that's all the incidents for tonight. Lots of incident points build up. If we look here, everyone did a really good job of trying to keep the incident points down. In the lower classes, bronze, you can see that they were right up against their limits, 16 and 15. I think Josh might have actually got the drive-through on the last lap. And same with Morgan here. He got 8 on the last lap. James got a penalty. Mitchell was really close to 1, but nobody was really close to the 4X one. There's only 2 4Xs in the whole entire race, so that's cool. But I think right now there's going to be another update because I think there's a lot of incident points not being declared. If you were involved in an incident that wasn't captured here and you feel like something needs to be reviewed on it, put in a protest. We will review it. The software has its limitations. Whatever iRacing reports is what we're looking at. If iRacing doesn't report it, we're not going to look at it automatically. I know there was probably some other incidents in that race. If you feel like we need to look at it, you feel like there should be some kind of review to see if a 1 point, 2.5 points, or 5 points need to be applied, please put in a protest. We'll review when we have a chance and make our decision on the impact and let you know. And that's it. Hope everyone enjoyed themselves tonight, and we'll see you in the next